Hello friends, my name is Maple, welcome to the episode 5. The last episode ended up in 1935, where I finalized the planning of the first tier production building and the residential zone. We're now on the verge of launching a major construction phase and laying critical infrastructure. Now is the perfect time to double check for any obvious mistakes and correct them. Once construction begins, the budget will shrink rapidly, and in realistic mode, demolishing and rebuilding is not only time consuming, but also extremely costly. In this episode, we'll quickly address any errors and commission as many buildings and roads as possible and move forward. A quick announcement or request if you like. If you prefer watching the process of my live commentary over short 10-15 minutes recap videos, please let me know in the comment section. At this stage of the channel's development, the one format I haven't tried yet is streaming. I'd love to give it a go if you're interested in live interaction or asking questions in the chat. I'd be thrilled to set it up. Thank you for watching and enjoy the episode. Before we dive in, I just wanted to do a bit of a recap on the finance side of things, on the budgets and stuff and the money that I've spent so far. This is the economy tab, which is available for you at any given moment of time. If you go to the first tab over here and click all, you will see all of your expenses, which are summarized at the bottom below. Within the 6 years, we've built this much, pretty much. I'll show you in detail a little bit later, run you through what I've managed to do, but it cost me 765,000 rubles. So it's not much, but bear in mind, if you're gonna start on a hard mode, on like very hard mode with, I think it's like 650,000 or 760 or something, then yeah, this beginning will probably take you to the bankruptcy unless you will take a loan. Talking about loans, I don't know whether I will need one. I do believe I can loan some money if I need to for 5 years, another 2 mil. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to take that part or not. Actually, I can maximum I can borrow almost 1 million, it says over here. But anyway, so rail construction setup that you've seen in the previous 4 episodes. Basically, it consists of rail construction yard, the depot, coaling station for the trains, storage, conveyor system, and repair station. Repair station actually did very well, to my surprise. I kind of didn't really expect too many cars to be broken, but it actually happened, and quite a few times. I didn't have any cars, sitting on the road waiting for the repair because I built this one, so definitely recommend to have at least one. Talking about the production, the core idea of this setup was that I'm gonna bring construction materials that I need to this storage. So without it, the vehicles would need to go to the temporarily storages over there or to the customs and then go back and build the whole area over there, which would take ages. And in early start DLC, I'm not too sure whether there was an intent to slow everything down. I kind of understand it's a bit of a simulation, and you kind of want to have the vibe of early 20th century, but reality is, at least for me, it slows down the game pace quite drastically. Now, I've built quarries, 3 of them over there, and also ordered the excavators. Those things don't have conveyors, which I would be able to connect to the aggregate storage and then to the gravel processing plant, unfortunately. So all of these 3 quarries will be served by excavators. Actually, we need to change the number of workers on all of them so that workers from the bus station will not go to work there. And I'm gonna buy 3 dumpers, which will be going to each of those quarries and then deliver the quarried stone to the gravel processing plant. And gravel processing plant will send the gravel to storage, and out of the storage I will have vehicle unloading stations, which will help to load the gravel quite quickly. I mean, it's funny that gravel is actually quite cheap, and if we look at the expenses once again and click all and see what was the most expensive one, gravel is in the 4th place. I mean, quantity wise, I've spent almost 4,500 tons, which is 20,000 rubles in terms of currency. The most expensive is obviously steel. It's 200k. The other most expensive is the vehicles, like 300,000. So these two, it's 650 out of 7 67, and 100k for labor for the migrant workers, which is not that bad. But again, if you are planning to create a challenge for yourself and, you know, try to survive, I would definitely recommend to have the NATO custom somewhere over here. This way you will be able to basically buy vehicles, at least for your US dollars, because right now I can't even utilize that money. In this area here, I have built a little bit of a distribution center, got 2 construction offices. The idea kind of the same with the open storage over here. These guys will be taking the resources from here, and when the gravel will be ready, they will be taking the gravel from here as well. Same with concrete and asphalt in the future. So trying to be self-sustained as much as I can. It helps, it speeds up the process. Money-wise or economy-wise, it does help a little bit, not too much. But believe me, when we start constructing, you will see how fast the money is going down. Now, in the same area, I've got permanent fuel station. Sewage will be taken out by 2 tanks over here, and I think 1 tank over there. So if we go on the ground, right now I've got all the water pipes done. The only thing that is missing in terms of infrastructure is the electricity. It's kind of here, so all the wires are under the earth, under the ground. We just need to build all of these. Sewage I will leave as it is. I'll see how we go. To begin, at the very beginning I thought I would just probably put something like sewage treatment plant, but not only it is a very costly to build, like 32 ton of steel. That's huge. The big one is 75, and it doesn't really give any benefits. I saw somewhere on the forum on Steam people were talking about kind of upgrading sewage system here in terms of the sewage treatment plants, so that you can treat sewage and produce drinking water, or, you know, use more chemicals and produce drinking water without any waste. But the thing with that is the sewage treatment plant itself produces wastewater, so you will still need to take that out, even though it has a tank of 25 cubic meters. But this guy here is 12, this guy here is also 12, so that's your two of them will give you the same capacity as the sewage treatment plant, plus this one here. So I'll see how we go. If I need one, I'll have to stop production and I'll build something. I've got some areas over there and over there. Now, going to distribution hub, I put also end station. Now, the distribution center also has 2 technical services. This guy will service production area, and the other office will serve this area here. And by serve, I mean taking out sewage, garbage, and what have you. On the left hand side, there is like a plan, the blueprint if you like. I do have plans to grow crops. I haven't decided whether I'm gonna do it or not. The reason being is that medium farm not only requires quite a bit of materials to be built, but if I'm not mistaken, it has 20 or 12 parking spots for vehicles. Now 12 vehicles is going to cost me something, and the return on investment at this stage of the game is not really great on the farm. So I need to invest a lot, then wait for a season, and then collect it and then store it. And to store it, I need to build grain storage, which is 41 tons of steel. So at the moment, this is just a blueprint, and again, I put it here to occupy some space. I'm not too sure when exactly I'm gonna build that one. This is plan construction there. But once I have my economy established in terms of export, I will definitely take a look at the farming, growing crops. Now, residential area, you probably didn't see it in the previous episode. There was a montage at the end of the episode where I covered some of the processes of building that one. So our core district is gonna be situated right here with the main road. So I'm hoping this will be enough to support infrastructures. Whoever from workers will become available as non-employed will be going to these two factories here. The house capacity is quite small. It's 65 people or something like that. So in total there will be about I think about 1,000 probably people living here. That's why I arranged a couple more buildings here, and a couple of districts on this side. So all of them do have access to the supermarket, which we're gonna build during this episode, and they can also reach to the bus station over there. Hopefully I'll have enough budget to build at least 60, maybe 70% of that infrastructure, and then it will be enough to feed these two factories. I didn't do any precise mathematical calculations with regards to how much workers or how many workers I need and stuff like that, because it's not really transparent how many workers I will get out of the population, because there will be kids, there will be some senior people that are not considered as workers, so we'll see how it goes. Now, talking about mistakes, the one that I found while I was just preparing for this episode is that I put the water unloading and loading station over here and connected it through the pipe to rail construction office. So, in fact, this water, which is here, was delivered there by trucks. So this building is a passive building. What passive building means is that it doesn't have its pipe, so it doesn't really push water through the pipe. It is only for loading and unloading. You need to have a pump in between loading station and the receiver in order to pump the water. So I've got the pump here, but it's not connected to this building, so I'm going to fix that one right now. If you haven't done demolishing before, it's quite simple. So you basically get your demolition office, you buy a few machineries. We need bus. I'll go with the cheapest one over here. We need also excavator. Let it be this guy. We need waste truck. In between these two, I'll probably stay with the cheaper one. I'm not planning to demolish anything right now. Demolish anything in the big volume. Hopefully I won't need to, but for now, let's just have probably another one. It won't hurt. They will do it just faster. So once you've got those vehicles ordered, they will come, they will refuel at the temporary fuel station, and then you pretty much assign your whatever you are going to demolish. So we know we don't need this pipe, so I'm gonna press Control, select the pipe, left mouse click, and demolish has been stopped. No workers or mechanisms, but it has been picked up by the demolition office, as I can tell. Yeah. Let's just increase the radius, and they should be able to start doing their job. Meanwhile, I'll just put the pipe through as a preparation, so that I don't have to wait for when this one will be demolished. just to like that. Put the pipe through. Press F4. I don't really need this pipe to be attached to the nearby pipe over there, and then I'll just connect it once the demolition is finished. Now, in order to know about it, I'll tick this box, notify when it's finished. So right now, excavator will destroy the pipe, and there will be a lot of garbage left, and this garbage will have to be picked up by the dumpers, which we ordered. So these guys there. Okay. Now, with regards to industry, I was thinking, as you may see, there's a bit of a trees over here and over here. I was thinking about making a small production of boards over here. The reason being is I would like to utilize this bus stop. I am bringing people, and I am bringing an excessive amount of people, so that I just don't need that many workers. Actually, we can reduce it here to 10. But if I am bringing people over there, why not just using them to do some work? Yeah, so wood industry. I'm thinking about making one. First, it will allow me to stock some of the boards instead of buying them. They're not like extremely expensive to the best of my memory. Let's just have a look. Boards. Yeah, 10 rubles per ton, and totally we've got excuse me, there we go. So boards, we've spent 11,000. It's not a big deal, but as I said, I just want to utilize these workers which I'm paying to bring here, so that I can recover a little bit of money that I spent. Let's actually quickly fix that supply while the infrastructure is getting built. Oh, actually, no, I think it's still in progress, right? Yeah. Almost done. So we need to take out the garbage and it will be completed. Perfect. Then I will probably ask these guys here to start doing what they were doing before that. And one more truck to go. Meanwhile, as you see, I am commissioning all the railroads around this area, as well as these roads. So I need to basically get this road built in order to start supplying this warehouse with crops, so that I can start both of these productions. This train will definitely help me out. Alright, wood industry. What do we have here? So it's quite simple. We're literally building... oh, demolition finished. Before I forgot, I'll put the pipe through. Amazing. Let's commission that one. And assign these guys for this job. Right. So with this setup, pump will actually pump water back to this construction office. So we won't have to worry about emptying water tank. Now back to the boards industry. So we need to build wood cutting post. Let's just take a look whether we will have enough space. I'll probably need to build it a little bit closer, within reach of the bus station. We need sawmill. These guys can be as close to the road as possible. Alright, let's move that away slightly. And how about that? That should do it. So, something like that. And then I'm gonna use just a standard open storage. We could do rail, I guess, but it's very tight in terms of space over there to lay the tracks. And there is no real reason to have trains connected to wood industry. It's very easy to establish anywhere. If I really need boards in an enormous amount, I will probably organize something here or here. This is just for internal consumption, or maybe I'll just start selling them. It will depend on how fast we will build up our storage. Fill our storage, I should say. There we go. Like that, and connect it with just a dirt road over there. Now, just checking, are they within reach? Yes, they are. What about you? You just need road connection, I guess. Let's give you one. Interesting. What about... Oh, there we go. Can you walk to the bus station? Yes, you can. So this is like very, very basic setup. Let's just commission this straight away. And once it's built, I'll come back to buy the equipment that we need. Let's just check our connections here, garbage, sewage, yes, sewage, yes, power supply. Alright, looks like we need to build a power substation, because this one here, oh, whereabouts it? Ah, this one here, it's not within reach, and that's fine. You can't build anything under the wires over there, which is somewhat very realistic, so occupy that space. I don't think I'm going to build anything here anyway, so I'll quickly build one electrical substation over there, and let's just see how we can put the wires through. So I've got this transformer here, and we can run cables to it without any issues. And plus, for the future, if I need something else to be powered up, this substation will serve me. And there we go. Again, commission it straight away, as well as substation, and assign to these guys. That should do it. Okay. Alright, moving on. Moving on to our construction offices over here. Now, I've got these box ticked delivery mechanisms with only with trucks, but I do have excavators here. And in order to deliver the excavator, the open hull truck will have to have a certain capacity. So this vehicle here has a weight of 14 tons, and if I check my open hull, it can lift only up to 7.9, as well as this one. So whenever you do set up your construction offices like that and you want equipment to be delivered, just make sure if you tick that boxes, you check the maximum capacity of your cover hulls. If you don't, one would think that vehicles will go by themselves. They won't. Because you've ticked that box, the vehicles will be sitting here waiting for something to pick it up. So you will waste your basically money and won't be able to utilize the vehicles that you've purchased. So I will swap these guys, bulldozers, because they have less weight with these excavators over here. It's easy to do. You just get, let me just select a few of them. 1, 2. I will assign them to a road depot here. They're very slow, so I'll have all the time in the world to reassign. Like that. And go here. Same with this gentleman here. To the road depot. And the excavator will take his spot, and the bulldozer will take its spot, and the excavator will come back. So that's how you can shift the base for the vehicles around if you need to. Now I think everything should be fine, and we can start commissioning something. So my goal here is to build the gravel as fast as possible. Why? Because I've got a lot of pedestrian areas over there, and each of those pedestrian areas will require gravel. If you look at this, for example, it needs 6.9 tons of gravel. The dumper capacity, where's the dumper? Here, for example, is 5 tons. So I need 2 dumpers to build this road, and they will need to go all the way to the customs or to the temporary storage and then return to build just a small area. So the sooner I build this gravel station, the gravel processing plant and the storage, the better, so that I can quickly build all the pedestrian areas, residential area, and then basically start building the houses themselves. Because right now, even if I try to commission it, it will tell me that there is no path to this building. That's because this building does not have connection with build road or pedestrian path. So I will need to build those anyway. It's a downtime or downside of this setup, but again, as long as you have production available, this downside becomes meaningless, excuse me. Now let's do that. So first we need to build some roads over here. So I'm gonna commission this section as well as this section. 1, 2, and to the best of my knowledge, these guys can also enter from this side. So probably get this section built as well. Yep. Now I've got this train which sits here. So right now, because I don't have any distribution offices, the train distribution offices, it's a manual delivery, and I'll explain you what that means in a sec. So what this train does is it goes to the customs office, loads selected cargoes, and deliver it to open storage. But open storage has already reached its capacity for boards, for example, and train has a little bit of a boards on it at the moment. So if you come across this scenario, you can select the custom office again, click unload, and tell what to unload. The train will go and empty itself. This is just in case you need to deliver something different than one of the or several of the resources that you are delivering are already reached capacity. Right now my train is set up to wait until unload, and it can't unload and it doesn't move because it still have boards on it. So if I'll tick this one here like that, it will go and it will pick up the cargo, which still has capacity in the storage. It's a bit inconvenient, but without a rail distribution office, there is no other way. Well, at least I'm not aware of one. So bear that in mind. Just keep an eye on the storage if you're using the same setup, so that your train doesn't, fill in itself with just one resource which you can't unload. Alright, now while everything is getting, well, not everything, but while the roads are getting built, I just wanted to remind about the way that you build the roads. Ideally, you need to build as big sections as possible. The reason being is big sections of the road, they can have slot for mechanism. Therefore, you don't need workers, and the road can be built by bulldozers or excavators. I mean, it's been mentioned many times in different guides on the YouTube, but still, if you haven't come across one, try to build your roads in one go. Also, if you have nodes on the roads, you can remove them by using this tool here, this one, connect to roads. Click, and you remove this node. Therefore, the whole section becomes one single road. Small sections like this, for example, will most likely require workers to be delivered to complete the construction. Now, residential area, I've already built the fire station. The reason being is that I do play with fires enabled. They are not frequent. Where's the scheme settings? Whereabouts this? Crime and justice. Building fires, normal. The reason why I'm playing on normal and the global events on normal, because they're very excessive if you play it on hard. I mean, the earthquakes can literally destroy your playthrough if you're unlucky. And as far as I know, there is no like algorithm which take an analysis and, check at which stage you are. And it could be 2 earthquakes in a row if you're unlucky. And God of Random doesn't like you, and you will have to start from the beginning. So, and same with the fires. The fires appear way too often, in my opinion. Therefore, I just set it on normal. There will be fires, there will be earthquakes, but they are not as frequent as on hard difficulty. Alright, so the good thing to check is how busy your construction offices are. For example, these guys have a lot of vehicles sitting doing pretty much nothing. That means that you can assign them to do something. The better you utilize your construction office, the faster the process. However, you need to keep in mind that if you assign too many tasks, and they will be like, or you will enable auto search, they will pick up everything, which you can see here, and they will start building everything. Then it will take ages, really ages to build whatever they picked up. That's why I'm playing with auto search off, so that I can control what exactly I want to build. Alright, let's assign something for these guys. You can select them like as normal. You go to construction office tool, then you select the first box, then you select your construction offices and assign them to the number. Simple process, really. Okay, this road is ready. Let's commission this road here and ask these guys to start building. Probably storage as well. Always check if you've planned all of your infrastructure underground, electricity, water and stuff, so that whenever you launch your production, you won't find yourself not ready for something, because again, it's just waste of money. What these guys are doing, these guys are busy with constructing my industry for boards. Amazing. Those are red light, guys. Come on. Anyway, so the train does its job, fills the storage. I've got relatively nice capacity of steel here. I'm hoping that it will be enough to build the gravel processing supply chain, and then we will start building the residential area over here. This road is still in use. I probably need to do this road to make it concrete as well. Okay. Now, I think I've spoken a few times about the utilization of time in this game, because the pace of the building is so balanced, to my opinion. You can assign a few projects to your construction offices, and instead of just sitting waiting, you can spend that time by organizing an infrastructure for your other projects. So that's what we're gonna do now. The order that I personally follow to when I do need to provide all the electricity, water and stuff to the city or to the production area, I just really open the tabs one by one, and then I tackle all these accessories or necessary infrastructure pieces one by one. So let's do that. Electricity first. So I've got a transformer here, and what I do need to supply electricity. So the way I do it is somewhat simple. Instead of taking the wire off the transformer, I just see, just check where the ideal spots for installation will be, and I just place it there. Bear in mind to press Control when you place those small substations, regardless whether it's water, sewage or whatever. This will take away the pedestrian path, because this pedestrian path will be of the same kind of the road which you are connecting it. In this case scenario, it will be concrete. And believe me, it will take ages for any construction office to build those small pedestrian paths. Therefore, I always leave them pretty much dirt roads. So we do need one substation here. I'm gonna do one here. Let's quickly check. Yeah, that looks about right. And while I'm still in this area, just to avoid forgetting it, I'll quickly connect those to the main road. Now, we can also straight away put all these substations to where they need to be, and just to, you know, not forget in the future. So this area is almost covered. How about putting it somewhere? About placing yeah, we definitely need one here, so I will place one over there. And you will leave nearby this house here. I don't think I will be utilizing this space any other way. And the path. Oh, you're not connected, my friend. Why is that? That's better. It's good that I found it. It would be otherwise. Could probably create some problems in the future. Anyway, now the wires. There are two ways you can put the wires through. The one you can use just regular wires, and if you put them like that, it will create somewhat immersion deep view. What I don't like here is that I'm planning to have some bushes and greens in this area, so that the main road will have a bit of a greenery along itself, which to me looks a little bit better. And if I place these wires here, the game won't let me plant any trees nearby. They occupy too much of a space. So for at least this residential area, I'm gonna go with underground wires. For the next one, we'll probably take a look at getting overground pillars for the electricity. Like that. It is somewhat monotonous, really thing, but I thought I would just make. I thought I would just let you see how it's done, how I do that, and you tell me in the comments whether it's boring to watch or not. Now, we've got two more to connect. One is on this side. We'll probably go straight like that. And the other one on this side. Beautiful. Now, this is the electricity, almost everything. We do need to have a power transformer or power substation on this side of the residential area. Because I don't think this guy can supply our factories. Yeah, it cannot. So we're gonna build one on the other side. And there is no better place than this. There we go. Alright, now looks like the electricity is completed. Let's have a look. I think I've got some messages where the trains couldn't really come. So if you've come through that instance, you can press Ctrl H and trains will go back to the depot, or any other cars will go back to their place that they belong to. It's a helpful tool. Right now I don't have semaphores enabled. Actually I don't have any semaphores at the moment. I'm just building the railroads. That's why those trains are, the track builders, track layers are getting confused. But that's fine. We can commission this line here and this line here. Hopefully they will go to the different construction areas. Alright, how we're doing here? We're doing just fine. So commission this area. And I want this road to also be made out of concrete. Now we've done the electricity, so next is water. So water is quite simple. Because water treatment plant and well, they do require very little amount of workers, and they do not create pollution, you can build them nearby the residential areas without being worried about the pollution at all. Plus, the nearby citizens can walk and, you know, work in there. Now, the thing that you need to remember, if you didn't know, if you do know, you can really skip that to the next part of the video. In this setup, I will need to have a water pumping station in between those two, so that the water from well will come to the water treatment plant, and then it will go to water substations. So before we start constructing, let me check how we're progressing with construction of this business here. Okay, so we've done this. Let's just buy some vehicles. I'm gonna go with 8 tons of wood, 8 tons of wood. I'll probably go with this one. 1, 2, 3. Everything is built. Yes, it is. How are we doing with water? What is here? We need fuel. We can do that. Alright, alright. Probably let's do... let's leave it at 20. How much do we need? How many we need? 10 here. Let's do 10 here as well. And we're gonna see, we're gonna store boards. Control-click, boards. There we go. So we can store 330 tons of boards in this storage, which is a good amount. If we sell it once every month, we'll probably recover some of the revenue that we spent on workers, which are coming here and here, which will help us to stop the budget from leaking. So once those vehicles will get their tanks filled with fuel, they will start coming straight out of the wooding post to the area where they will cut the trees. It's already started. So they don't need a road connection in between the wood and the cutting station, cutting post. Going forward, when we will have a prison built in the residential area, instead of buying workers or using our population to work, you actually can send prisoners to work in here and in here, which saves you a lot of money and which utilizes the prisoners which will be in the prison, if you didn't know about it. Let's go back to our residential area and see what's next. And the next was water. So there's a bit of a mathematics involved, but it's quite simple. So in order to make sure that you will have enough water supply and there will be enough pressure, what you do need to know is how much production of water your big well can do. Then it can produce 240 cubic meters. That's your source, water source, and then you need to take a look at water treatment plant. I think I went with this one, yeah, that's the only one available. And this can produce 240 cubic meters of water. Now, when you're choosing the pipe, you will need to choose the pipe with the throughput equals to the maximum capacity of your production buildings. So in my case, it will be 2 big pipes out of the well to the treatment plant. So let's do that. There it is. So we've got exits over here, we've got entrance over there. So now I'll probably position this water pumping station somewhere over here, something like that. Pedestrian path and pipes. As I said, we're gonna go with 2 big pipes in and out. 1. There we go. And the exit of the pump. 1 go here. The other one will go to here. So now we have our water supply from well to the treatment plant. what we will need to do is we will need to put the water substations to supply our productions. It's worth checking whether any of your nearby manufacturing plant require direct water supply. In my case, none of them do. If they would, you would have seen the blue arrow in any of those buildings. So we just need to provide them with the water substation, which we will. Now, because we only have a certain amount of exits out of the water treatment plant, it is smart to plan your water switches across the city. So what they do is they split basically the water channel into different directions. And out of the water treatment plant, which can produce 240 cubic meters, we can run 2 big pipes. So if we connect one big pipe to the switch, then you can have 3 small pipes coming out of your switch to the water substation, which in most case scenarios enough. Just bear that in mind. It's not like rocket science or any sort of that, but don't use big pipes everywhere. Otherwise, you may find yourself without water when you need it. Now, we will go with water switch. Let me put it right here. All right. So that's going to be switch number 1. From this switch, we will need to have a water substation which will feed our production. Alright. And now we can run one small pipe from this switch. Oh, actually, the one thing I forgot that I was talking about at the very beginning that we need, before we go to the switch, we need a water pump. Otherwise, the water will not come off from the water treatment plant. So let me quickly redo that. So behind the scenes, as they say, I put the water pump over here. The water switch is situated right over here, and I've connected to 3 water substations. One here, and the third one here. So if we check, our first district is pretty much covered with water supply, which is good. Going forward, when I will start building these places, I will probably make another switch, and then they will be spread out somewhere around this area. Before investing too much into building, I just want to make sure that I have enough money and I can make some profit before expanding to this area. Alright, so that's water completed. Now we are rocketing through the November 23rd. This is when the snow will start falling. Which isn't great at all in terms of planning, but we're going to be planning underground infrastructure anyway, so hopefully it won't be that white on the screen that you'll be watching. Alright. Now, keeping our construction offices busy, let's see how we're doing with our boards. Okay, so pretty much reached half of the capacity, which is good. From here we have 2 choices. We can start selling it. In order to do so, we need to buy trucks to deliver them to the customs, or we can tell our construction offices to start picking up boards from here. For now, I've got pretty much stock here, which is 95 tons, and I've got 300 tons here. So I will probably start selling those to the customs. So let's have a look what cars we have available. Yeah, 13 tons. I'll buy 1, and I'll see how we go with this one. If he's able to keep the same amount of boards at the storage and at the same time going back and forward selling it, that would do. If not, I'll add another one. So load here and unload here. Cool. Once this guy is fueled, he will be able to start this route, and we're gonna start selling something. It's not enormous amount of money, but it's better than nothing. Rightio. Now, before we go to do any pipe work for heating, let's deal with waste first. So waste is very important. As I said in my previous episode, it can create you a headache. So I'll probably start positioning those collection container areas nearby the houses before I build something on the ground, and then it will be quite complicated to rebuild everything. So we've got one here, we'll have one here. So these buildings are within the walking distance, and we left some gaps in between those buildings specifically to place the containers, so that we absolutely covered in this area. So if I put it a little bit closer, we should cover that building as well. All right. Okay. Again, dirt road or mud road connection should do the trick for us. Therefore, they can start building whatever we need straight away without putting the concrete in this small area. Now, these guys will need some garbage storages as well. So we'll place one here for now and see how we go when the clinic will be operational. Now, the area above is covered, so we do need to look after these guys. Oh, these guys can go to this one. So let's make one here. It's said that building which in the state of the blueprint doesn't actually show you the if it's within the reach of the garbage station, because the garbage station just tells you the distance, the pedestrian distance, but it doesn't mean that people can walk. I know it's about 100 meters, that's the maximum, but still not really convenient. It would be nice to have that tool straight away. And I think I can squeeze a small one somewhere over here. Can I? Yes, I can. One. And you guys, I think, can go to the one on the left. Can you? Yes, you can. And this is all sorted. Now, in this area, we will place it right here, where we again left some space in between, and we should be having no issues with placing it like so. Okay. I'll take care of this area later on. For now, this is what we're gonna build at first place, and moving forward, I'll look after this area once we're getting closer. Let's just take that away straight away and put you in the storage here and connect you with the road. Cool, sweet. Everything is aligned. Everything looks like it was planned.